What's up, you guys? This is Boy Miguel giving you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we're covering the different kind of doctors you have to work with as an X-ray tech. So I am an X-ray tech, night shift, 7 on, 7 off at a ER, Trauma 3 hospital. I've been doing it for 4 years, work a lot of overtime, so I dabble in day shift. So the doctors wise, for someone who don't know and you're like new to the field or something, you're like, oh, well, everyone's a doctor, does their own thing differently. Maybe they have their own like personalities and stuff. Yes and no. So there's certain doctors, if you have them, you know for a fact that you're gonna be radiating a bunch of people. Like they're gonna over order. You're gonna be working. Certain doctors are more notorious for that. I guess because they want to cover more ground. I guess because they're not sure of themselves, so they'll like order more than normal. And then you have certain doctors that are beloved amongst all departments because they know what they have to order, what they don't order. Like they're kind of like on top of their game. Some of them are like more of the veteran doctors who've been there longer or like have a better assessment. I'm not sure, but you can like tell completely. Like it will change day and night, like how much of the workflow amongst your department and everyone else. Like it's wild. And just from the ER alone, it will make a huge difference. Especially night and day, certain doctors are more notorious for, like, let's say someone, I'll give you an example because you're probably like, oh, Miguel, they're trying to access. Okay. So let's say someone's wrist right here is broken. Right. Okay. Certain doctor will be like, where does it hurt? They will order like a wrist. You take the X-ray. We shoot a wrist. Certain doctors think, oh, it hurts right here. Let me order a hand. Let me order a wrist. Let me order a forearm. Like all that. When in reality, if we see something that's broken and cracked and it goes outside of we're going to open up the collimation. And if we see A continues, we're going to like reach out to the doctor like, hey, so-and-so has this. We notice that there's more and it's kind of broken up more. Are you okay if we shoot a hand X-ray? Or you can, like we could kind of, I know we're not here to assess, but if something's majorly broken, you can tell. You know, eventually, if you don't tell him or not, when he gets the report, you're going to have to do it. So it's better to ask the doctor or even show them the X-rays. Like, yo, this is what we got. Do you want us to do this? Because, like, they look at it. Other ones, it may be okay. Other ones, you'll shoot the whole thing and you're like, why did we do that? The wrist ain't even broken. Nothing, like, it's hurt. So, like, they'll order a bunch. And that's just, like, on a simple side. Other ones will literally order from your hand all the way, chest, like, shoulder to, like, the whole shebang. Like it's night and day. The floor doctors are a little bit more different compared to the emergency room because usually on the floor, they've already been treated for some of their basic like injuries. And on the floor, it's more of a, if they fall, yeah, you may have to do some extra work. But usually it's just the chest and KUBs are kind of all you do on the floor, to be honest. And then, I mean, if they do a procedure or something, you may have to do, like, central line or post. Like, there's different things. But usually they're pretty good at it. Usually certain ones that you do morning portables, you'll probably still shoot them in day shift. Like, they'll probably get, like, 2 X-rays a day from what I've seen. Because I've dabbled in both worlds. I mean, of course, if they're feeling worse, like, they'll probably order more. But usually it's just chest X-rays and KBs on the floor. Certain doctors are more as far as the only issue with them is like they'll want to right away, especially in nighttime when we're less staff. It's kind of harder to do that. There's certain people that you will hold priority, like rapid response, the emergency room, and like the NICU. Those kind of are like the top priorities. But like the other ones, the only thing they'll get you is like they want it now, even though the patient's not really like they're fine, they can wait. That's the only thing you'll have issues with doctors like that. And even personalities will vary because, like, there's some doctors that are very, how would I say it, like, very professional, no jokes, no nothing, just straight business. And there's other ones who are like more lenient. They can work with you. You're like, hey, I was only able to do this. Are you okay with that? Or like, hey, you're patient, da 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 da. I can only do this. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's fine. Other ones, they're like, what do you mean you can't? That's what I ordered. That's what I want. And you're just like, you have to look at them and you're like, you can either take it one or two ways. You're like, okay, whatever, we'll do it, but it's gonna be bad, or you're gonna have someone to hold it, or you're gonna need more help. Other ones are more lenient. So, I know we're just the Xray Tech, and we're like, that's what the order, that's what we do. But certain time, you're gonna be like, hey, this is all I can do. This is the best I can, and you just kind of document the notes, because some doctors I've noticed that will order, they won't think about the logistics of what it takes for you to get those images. They just like, oh, this is what I got. I just do it. This is what I need. They don't think about the logistics sometimes, because like there's been times more of a residents will do it. They'll order like a 2-view, and I'm like, homeboy's intubated. How you want me to do this? Or homeboys being aggressive. Like there's certain stuff that it can't be done because of how the patient like is, or like there's certain stuff that we can't. Could you do it technically intubated a 2-view chest? Yeah, you probably could, but it would be a lot of work and it'd probably look bad. Like it'd be too much of a hassle to probably do that. So it's always better just the 1-view. Like on the floor, usually it's 1-view, unless they're getting like the heart monitor, the pacemakers and stuff, or a C-stand or something. Then you'll probably do 2 views on the patients. But yeah, it's been your boy Miguel. See you on the next one.